my class. This is Saira Vasi from Moonlight International Publishers. I hope you all are fine. Grade 4 students, kindly open your English textbook developed by Moonlight Publishers. Unit number 7. A rabbit and a frog. This is very interesting story. But before that, I just want to show you a picture. Are you familiar with these animals? And do you know what sounds do they make? Let's start talking about them. This is a picture of eagle and it screeches. This is a picture of a bird, robin, and it clucks. And this is a picture of a monkey and it chatters. Elephant, trumpet. Do you know what is this? This is, everyone knows about it. This is duck and it cackles. This is turtle and it hisses. And this is the picture of a zebra and zebra whistle. And look at this bird. Bird usually chirrups. Do you like the animal stories? Today we are going to read a fable. Fable is actually a story in which animals are performing like the human beings, like they are talking and they are creating a story. And at the end we get a moral. This story is very interesting. Let's start a reading session and understanding that what is this story about. While reading, we will be focusing on learning the meanings of difficult words. Let's start. Once a frog lived in a garden. A rabbit came there to see him. What a fine garden you have, frog. Fine means of good quality. He said. Yes, said the frog. It is very nice, but it requires a lot of hard work. Requires means need for a particular purpose. I wish I had a garden, said the rabbit. Here are some flower seeds. Plant them in the ground, said the frog. And soon you too will have a garden. How soon? Asked the rabbit. Quite soon, said the frog. The rabbit ran home. He planted the flower seeds. Now seeds start growing, said the rabbit. The rabbit walked up and down a few times. The seeds did not start to grow. The rabbit put his head close to the ground and said loudly, Start growing. The frog came running up the path. What is all this noise for? He asked. My seeds are not growing, said the rabbit. You are shouting too much, said the frog. These poor seeds are afraid to grow. Are my seeds afraid to grow? Asked the rabbit. Of course. Of course means sure, said the frog. Leave them alone for a few days. Let the sun shine on them and water them daily. Soon your seeds will start growing. The rabbit said, I will tell the seeds a story, then they will not be afraid. A rabbit told a long story to his seeds. All the next day, the rabbit recited poems to his seeds. Recited means read. For many days, he continued with this practice. Practice means exercise. One day, the rabbit looked at the ground. The seeds still did not start to grow. What should I do? Cried the rabbit. Then the rabbit felt very tired and fell asleep. Rabbit, wake up, said the frog. Look at your garden. The rabbit looked at his garden. It was full of beautiful birds. Birds means a compact growth on a plant. At last, my seeds have started growing and now I have colorful birds in my garden, said the rabbit. And now you too have a nice garden, said the frog. Yes, but you were right, frog. It required a lot of hard work, said the rabbit. Hard work is the key to success, said the frog. Success means an achievement or victory. So yes, students, this is really true that whenever we work hard for something, we finally get that. It takes time, but we gain at the last. So I advise all of you to set an aim in your life and start working hard to achieve that. Let's move towards our critical thinking competency, in which we are going to find out the answers of the question being asked in our exercise. Question number 1. Name the seeds that the frog gave to the rabbit. Recall the text and think what seeds the frog has given to the rabbit. And yes, the answer is the frog gave some flower seeds to the rabbit. Question number 2. What did the rabbit tell the seeds first? Now recall the text, students, and tell the answer. What did rabbit say to the seeds? And yes, the answer is the rabbit said to the seeds, now seeds start growing. What did the rabbit do all the next days? And the answer is all the next day the rabbit recited poems to his seeds. What did the rabbit say when he saw the plants coming out of the ground? The answer is the rabbit said, at last my seeds have started growing and now I have colorful birds in my garden. Last question. What did the frog say about growing the plants? The frog said, leave the plants alone for a few days. Let the sun shine on them and water them daily. Soon the seeds will start growing. Now it's time to move to our next question, and that is filling the blanks. The seeds did not dash to grow, start to grow. These poor seeds are dashed to grow. What did frog say to the rabbit about growing the plants? Obviously, afraid. What a fine dash you have. Think very carefully. And who said this thing? Rabbit said this sentence to the frog. And what does a frog have? And yes, it is garden. The rabbit dashed up and down few times. The rabbit walked up and down a few times. Then the rabbit fell very tired and fell dash asleep. Now students, it's time to move towards our next question, and this time we'll be talking about alphabetical orders. Do you have any idea what does mean alphabetical order? And yes, alphabetical order means that we have to search words which are written in proper sequence or in a proper alphabetically way. And dictionary is also organized in this way so that it is easy to find out words. There are two ways to find out the words. First letter order and second letter order. In the first letter order, we just focus on the first letter of each word and see which letter comes first in alphabets. And for the second letter order, we do not focus on the first letter because most of the time the first letters are same. And when we focus on the second letter, we see which letter comes first in the alphabets. You get confused? Let's start practicing it. We have a group of words. Just look at this group of words. The words are pen, camel, ink, mouse, foot, purple and luggage. They are not alphabetically ordered. They are written in a scramble way. We are going to write it in an alphabetical order. But how can we do that? Let's start reading the alphabets and then we'll come to know which letter comes first. And it means if the letter comes first, the word comes first. Let's start. A. No word starts with A. B. No word starts with B. C. Is there any word which starts with C? Obviously, camel. D. No. E. No. F. Foot. Very good. After camel, we will write foot. Now let's continue. G. No. H. I. Obviously, there is a word with I and that is ink. J. K. L. Should I move? No, because there is one word that starts with L and that is luggage. M. And yes, there is one word with M and that is mouse. N. O. P. Should I stop with P? because the word pen starts with P. So just write it. There is another word that starts with P, that is purple. Now you have to tell me, pen or purple, which word is going to be written first? For this purpose, we have to see our second letters. Pen, purple. So you can see that E is the second letter and U is the second letter. So which comes first in alphabets? E. So we will write pen first and then purple. I hope students that you have understood this task very well. Now it's time to move towards our next question. And do you know what we have to do now? And yes, now we have to focus on second letter order. Look at these group of words. Kite, kettle, knife, koala and kangaroo. They are written, but you will say that all these words are starting with K. How could you write it in the alphabetical order? Now, that's why we have to focus on the second letter. Let's start. Is there any word that starts with K-A? Obviously, it's kangaroo. K-B, K-C, K-D, K-E. And yes, there is a word cattle. K-S, K-G, K-H, K-I. And yes, there is a word kite. K-J, K-K, K-L, K-M, K-N. Stop. There is a word knife. K-O. And yes, there is a word koala. Should we continue? No, because we have completed all the words. I hope students that you have learned how you can arrange the words alphabetically by following the rule of first letter order and second letter order. Let's talk about the compound words. Compound words are actually the combination of two or more words which are put together to form a new word. Like, look at these words, cup and cake. These are two different words. If I will join these two words, cupcake, lady and bug. These both are two different words. But if I'll say ladybug, then it is a new word and a new thing. Now we have been given one word and one blank. We have to make compound words by adding a word with them. Let's start. Here is written pan, but next dash is pan plus dash. So what word we can make? Pancake dash ring. So what can we make? Earring. Pop dash. Which word we will add to form one word? And yes, it can be popcorn. I hope students that you have enjoyed our today's lecture very well. And you have also learned that we should work hard to achieve our aims or our ambitions. Now it's time to say Allah Hafiz to all of you. I will meet you in my next video because rest of the competencies are still left. So I will meet you and we will discuss about next competencies. Till then, take care. Allah Hafiz.